This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and it is Friday, July the 2nd. Time to do some art. Let me get situated here. Get my channel up on the tablet so I can say hello to folks that are coming in. I hope that you all are going to have a really good 4th of July weekend. It's the day after tomorrow. So, while we're waiting for folks to come in, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do tonight. When I was chatting with, was it, Tuesday morning? Hi, Mina. Welcome. I said we're going to create a FIBSville character, and then we're going to do a FIBSville mystery story, and we're going to, well, do a FIBSville mystery with this character. So we'll be coming back to that. I have in here a chart where I have used, when I create my stories, a flow chart, a mind map that I go through. Well, it's here someplace. One more. Of a male and female characters. They're about the same, but yeah, we're going to use that. I'm not going to ask you to mind map, but we're going to follow this mind map. Hi, Nancy. Hudson Sailor. Hi, Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society. Hi, Rachel. Welcome, welcome. Well, we'll come back to that. This is a magazine art journal that I created following Dee Dee Willingham, one of the very first. Do I have this marked for a reason? One of the very, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I marked it with this, but blah, blah, blah. So it's July, blah, 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 that snowman says. And I'm pulling this thread off of the label off of this. Let me see if I can get it back. Well, we'll do that later. This is a magazine art journal that I created a couple years ago following Dee Dee Willingham, one of the first ones that I did. And this is actually 5 magazines glued together. And when I did it, of course, I was learning, and boy, I wrecked the spine, but I redid the spine, and it is really, I'm loving this on the back. It is really holding together. There are close to 800 pages. I think I numbered all the pages. There are 800, and not counting the covers, there are 800 and, well, I got that paper clipped, 825 pages. 825 pages in here, and I painted all of them out. I did reverse collage, one of the very first reverse collage projects that I ever did, learning from Dee Dee. So, yeah, and as you can see, I haven't filled this journal yet. I've done some things in here. I've had some fun with it, but it's been sitting up over on my shelf. I really am happy with it. But we're going to use it tonight to create those characters. I'm going to set that aside. Let's see, who else is coming in? Hi, Janet. Welcome, welcome, Janet. Let's see, they're saying hello to Rachel and Barbara. That's what I call dedication. Let me tell you, reverse collaging out 800. It took me a good month or so to reverse collage out all those pages. Working on it, I didn't work on it every day, but I worked on it a good 30 days to get them all collaged out. Hi, Kathy D. Hi, Susan. Howdy, Popo. Welcome, welcome. And I did get Rosemary's going to open some Happy Mail. I got Rosemary's caboodle kit. I'm going to be showing that in a minute here. So I'm going to try to follow along with her. Now, she's already started, I think, was it Wednesday night? I think she already started. But I also wanted to do Becky's Becky is doing a summertime journal, and let me zoom in a little so you can see these. Let me this is my answer to Becky's first layout. Now it's probably the second one matches more the layout that she had, but you know, you can take it and do what you want with it. Let me zoom in a little. Well, maybe that might be a little too much. The gold around the edges is washi tape. And what I have on here, on the background, you're seeing some white dots. That's just sparkle from my whiteout pen. I just did the stars in the background here. I did it more on here. But what I did was, I've been reading about the Revolutionary War, and what an appropriate time to read about the Revolutionary War. I have an extra fussy cut here. Right before the 4th of July. It really makes you appreciate. Now, I might have to go in and glue some more of this down because this is the background. Well, let me show you here, because I have it right here. Hold on. The background is this fabric. And I'm not sure where I got this. Somebody sent this to me in Happy Mail, and it's leaves. It's leaves, but look at that sparkle. So what I did is I put them on there, and by the time I get my ATC on there, we'll just have a dark background with a little sparkle showing through. So you won't see the shape of the leaves. So, and then this is the ATC that I did, and what I want to do is I have some tags that I made a couple years ago, and I have these soldier, and I don't know if I have this deck of cards anymore or not, but I have these soldiers on the back of them. So someplace in this book, I'm going to put one of these tags, and I was thinking I'd take the soldier card off and maybe put it on here, because this is just the back. So let's take, if I can, ooh, wow, that's really glued down. Well, maybe not so much that I can't get it off. We're just going to take it off of here, which reminds me of Dee Dee Willingham's week 9 weekly idea that she's doing for Society of Idea Collectors. She's saying take old art and reuse it. Well, this isn't my idea for it. I got another project I'm going to work on, but not tonight. And we will just, let me pull this off. I'll just come back to this and heal all of this up later. I must have put this down with tape. And then I'm going to take it and put it on. Well, I might have to cut it out a little because it is the size. I could put it right there, but I want my sparkly. I used metallic watercolor on here to splatter, and I got these metallic watercolors from, which way am I going here? Where am I? Oh, come on. There, you can kind of see them. Come down a little, Mary. Come down. Anyway, I got these from Lisa. And these were, she was doing a de-stash in her room. And she was selling some extra. And they're just a metallic watercolor set. I think I'm going to trim this out. Let's do that right now. Find my scissors here. We'll just cut the red trim off because I have red trim. And do I want to leave the white? No, I think I'll go right to the blue here. And I've been reading about the Revolutionary War, and then I rewatched a segment on YouTube put out by the Lionheart movies, all about George Washington, and it's very interesting. It's a very I just watched the last part of it this afternoon. Very interesting to watch, and to watch the formation of the United States of America. And I understand that there are some of you from Britain and that nothing, you know, I can't go back and change history, but I am very thankful for our forefathers in the United States that they gave us this freedom, fought for our freedoms here. Now I'm covering up a lot of the, I'm not sure I want to do that. I might save this, or I might just fussy cut out my little soldier. Yep, let's fussy cut him out. So that's kind of what I did today. Finished watching that. Tomorrow is going to be yard work. Jude, Jude, Jude. Thank you so much. Crafty Jude. Thank you so much for that. Let me get out my journal. I keep it out. I keep it where I can get a hold of it. Thank you, Jude. That is so kind of you. This is July. Thank you, Jude. We really appreciate your supporting the channel. That is just so generous. Jude has made several donations to Super Chat. And I so appreciate it, Jude. You are so sweet to do that. Hey, Popo. Jude is saying hello to Popo. So let me cut this little guy, this little soldier out here. I'm kind of destroying this card, and I'll probably wreck all the hearts on it. But there you go. How about did I throw the outside away? No, I wrecked those too. I just want my little soldier here. I would keep him all, but he'll cover up all my beautiful splatter. And I think my page 2 follows the layout that Becky had pretty good because it was divided in thirds. Now she had 6 circles of the colors that she chose, and I didn't really do the colors, but over on this page I cut out some coins, some Liberty coins, at least 2 of them, and then this is the Capitol building, and then this is just a collage of a July calendar down here. I think it was 2016, and this is the top of the calendar, and Betsy Ross, and this was a parade, a July 4th parade. And by the way, when it gets a little bit later, and if you start hearing, can you guys hear the fan tonight? I moved the fan back and kind of pointed it a different direction away from the phone. So hopefully you won't hear that fan whirring as bad. But if you do hear a whirring noise in the background, that's my fan. I have to have some air in here. I don't get much air in here. Oh yeah, that's better. You can't see him too much though. He's going to have something behind him. Oh dear. I'm just going to cut it off here. Now you can't see him for the splatter. And you know, I'm going to come back to this. I have some 4th of July table napkins that I bought. And I might put one of those just around him, but we'll do that later. But anyway, this is my page for Becky's summertime journal. The first layout was what reminds you of July, and of course I have to always do July 4th. July 4th, I think Janet Baum said it was her daughter's birthday, and it was also my dad's birthday. Of course, he's no longer with us, but we always looked forward to shooting off fireworks for my dad's birthday. And then I have these other, well, I have this tag. I'm going to put in that journal someplace. And this journal, these are, Becky said to use product tags, and these are the product tags off of, or not product, she said to use cardboard or watercolor paper or something like that, packaging, different types of packages. And it's not too late to join up with this. Becky's going to do a page layout a week. On Wednesdays, I believe she's coming on Wednesday afternoons, and then Wednesday night she's opening up the room. So, yeah. So, her room on Facebook. So, I'm going to come back to this later. So, I'm going to move along here. Let's see what's happening in chat. We'll just put this out here for a minute. These are some tags I made a couple years ago. Did I date them? 2019. So, July the, I just say June of 2019. Yeah, so I tore the card off of that one. So let's see who's in chat. Hi, Connie Stanley. Welcome. Hi, Holly. There's Becky. Becky says Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. on Aunt Beck's channel. And wait a minute. Hold it. Let me. And thank you, Sharon. Hi, Sharon Lombard. We'll be doing the second payout. She's going to do it for July and August. She's calling it her summertime journal. So I'm really looking forward to working with the gals on it, working with Becky on it, and the other gals that are doing it. Let's see, what else is going on here? Oh, keep Lori Paint Girly in your hearts and prayers. I don't know the entire entire reason, but she had to go to the hospital, I think, today. Something with stomach bleeding or something. Holly knows more about it than I do. But she will not be joining us next Friday night because, well, you know, when you don't feel good, you aren't going to want to stream. But keep her in your hearts and prayers because it's not fun not to feel good. I can vouch for that. And Julie Parker, keep her mom and dad and Julie in your hearts and prayers. Julie's dad, I don't know if he's still in the hospital, but he was in the hospital and they're in lockdown over in Australia because of the variant virus. And so it's just an extra strain. Julie's okay, but her dad and mom, you know, hey, not fair with all this going on. The room opens in FIBSville at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's a Facebook room where we get together and work on our pages. And I did most of my 2 pages in the group itself. Thank you, Jude. Let's see. Have I welcomed everybody? Hi, Connie, Becky, Janet, Rachel, Holly, Janet. I'm just scrolling up here. Hi, Hallie Kay. I am feeling better. I told some of the gals, but I'll let you guys know I went yesterday and got my first vaccine shot. My arm's a little stiff. I didn't, you know, I'm not feeling bad. I'm just tired. It all tired me out. Just the going and, you know, the kind of the extra concern about it. But I decided to go ahead and do it. I had some reservations. I know I did, and I kind of waited to see what was going on with everybody, whether I felt like it was safe for me. And I told them, I went to Walmart, but I was really happy with the pharmacist who gave me the shot. It was a gentleman, and he acted very professional, like, you know, like he could have been a doctor. He had a good bedside manner. And I told him that I got really sick after one of the, and I don't know if it was for polio or mumps. But when I was a child, after one of the vaccines, I got really sick. And I said, it's been so long ago, I don't remember too much about it, except I know I got really sick. And he told me basically not to be concerned, that a lot of people, he said, was it just like the flu? And I said, yeah. I didn't tell him that my mother couldn't keep me, I pooped so much she couldn't keep the clothes clean. You know, so my poor mom, I tell you, she went through it with us, but I survived. But I had a little bit of reservation, but I'm feeling okay as far as I don't have headaches or my arm is sore. But other than that, I'm okay. And it'll be on a Friday 3 or 4 weeks from now when I have to go get the other shot. So hopefully I'll feel okay then. Let's see, who else is in here? Cheryl's here, Allie Kay, Sharon, Barbara, Holly, Aunt Beck, Jude, Janet. I think I said hello to everybody. Let's go down to the bottom here. Mina. What did Mina say? Can you let us know how to prepare and what to gather for next Wednesday? That really helped me. Oh, Aunt Becky. Becky will keep us updated on that. I'm sure she'll let us know. I'm sure you'll have to have your 5x7 pages. But other than that, I don't know. And I've been looking all over for my Rolodex. I can't find my Rolodex. So before we get involved in the FIBSville story, mystery story, let's open some. Well, I do have a little bit of a haul, not too much of a thrift haul, just a little bit. One little sack. Let me pull it out here. I did go to Walmart and pick up some things, but you know, Walmart items. But at the thrift store, I got this album. And what I really liked about it was the spine. And let me zoom all the way out here now. It's fairly large. I would say it's about 12 by 9, 9 by 12. But the cover looks like that. I think that's as far out as I can go. Welcome to everybody who's come in. And this cost me $2, which I guess isn't too bad of a price for something like this. It's a nice one. I generally don't pay that much, but I did yesterday. But you know, it's a thrift store, and I like to support them. They're run by the, actually they keep that thrift store so nice and clean. They're run by the Catholic Church. This is, get a ruler out here. This is, wow, 14 inches tall by, and I'm just doing the cover, by 9.5 wide from here to here. So the pages are, and they're spiral bound. The pages are 13 3/4 by 8 1/4. But they're indexed. It's made to hold photos, but I'm not going to do photos. A little while ago, She Spins sent me some fairly large index cards, and I think these are 4 by 6, and I think they'll fit in here. So I'm doing in my Rolodex now, but I may do an index journal with this. That's what I saw when, and this is a fairly nice one. It's nice. It's got a really nice binding, and I love the spine. It's very professional. So I'm going to put these, can I put them in here? Well, not too well. I'll put them over here. Yeah, I'll be looking for them when I get ready to use it. So that was one of the main things. Where's the rest of this? What else did I get? Hold on. What did I do with the sack? Here it is. I got a book, Portrait of the Plains, and this is a Nebraska land gallery, and it has a lot of Nebraska, like there's some eagles and sandhill cranes and deer, and just, you know, things that mean a lot if you're living in Nebraska. Rabbits. That looks like an owl. So, yeah, I picked it up just because of the photos. I'll probably be fussy cutting out of it. Gosh, that cost me $2 too. I don't know. Pay $2 for those books. That's a little much for that. I got some safety pins for 50 cents for the journal. I'm not going to rust those. Then I got some of these hot iron transfers. They're teapots. And I thought it might be fun to play with those. 25 cents a piece. And I got this. These are, this cost me $1, but there's 2 on a book ring here. And they are name tags, badge holders. And I thought how fun it would be, I'll take it off the binder, to make a little art journal out of this. You know, I always see art journal when I buy this stuff. I got some beads, and these beads are not hooked together. They are little separate string of beads. The beads are separate. They're not glued on to the string, if you know what I mean. And then I got some, and I think these are cut. Because I saw a row, and they wanted $2 for the row. And see, these are cut. Well, I cut them anyways. So, and they only wanted, what did they want? They wanted 50 cents for this. But I guess they thought because it was bead and lace that it was in the wedding stuff. I wasn't going to pay $2 for the row. I bought some pink bias tape. Pink? That's the color they had. And one more thing. Let me get it out. Holding on to my bag. I bought this belt. And I thought I'd take it apart. Each little, here comes a choo-choo train. Each little thing can be a charm. I can either make it hang or take it off completely and hook it onto something. So I got a nice little set of those off of this belt. And that's about all I got at the thrift store, just a handful. I gotta watch what I bring home these days. But I did do a Walmart haul. Let's see what I got at Walmart. I don't even remember. Oh, I bought some 4th of July table napkins, and I really liked these. They're flag on one side and the red truck on the other. So I thought I'd be using those over the years. And then I bought some Faber-Castell pit pens that are white. You know, I like the big thick ones. I know what these are, and I had a white one before, and I really liked it. And then there's a B, a C, and a 1.5. And I thought I'd play on some black paper with those. And of course, I'm always picking up Pen Plus gear. I bought some flags for the 4th of July to celebrate with. I thought I'd put them out on my plants. And I bought some Sharpie gel pens to journal with. And these say they don't bleed through. No smear, no bleed. They're blue ink. Wish I would have gotten the black. I got some more Pen Plus gear because I'm always buying those. And then I bought some stars. Some star garland. So that's about all the 4th of July. I might use this on that journal. The journal itself, the tags, let me grab one here. The tags that I'm doing down at the bottom of the page have the little tag hole there. And I might thread some of these stars and maybe some ribbon through and make this the bottom of my page. And I didn't punch holes in these. I might do a 3-hole punch on that. So probably my first layout will definitely be 4th of July, and the second one might too, depending on what Becky does. Summertime. So that's about all I got at Walmart. I'm going to keep those white pens out. Let me put that back with the page. And I have some Happy Mail to share. Oh, before I do that, I did stop at, every now and then I go to this quilt store in town, and I'm always thrilled when I can find the county register, and I always pick up 2. And I figure I give them enough business that they can give me 2. I get 1 to cut up and 1 to read. And I've been using these in my art journal, so this will go in my August art journal. Sunflowers will be appropriate. And I've already looked through this. It's mostly quilting. But there's some recipes, like in here, there's a recipe for old-fashioned oatmeal cake with broiled topping. Eat a dragon. Doors. Eat a dragon. As I inspected, I noticed a to-do list written on the backside in felt marker. Besides living the life of a poor country writer, I am also a poor country innovator. That's poor as in little money. I do all kinds of work. One particular day, I got a call to go fix a broken door on one of my apartments. A guy named Ken answered the door and invited me in. I looked around. The apartment was in good shape and well kept. Glad to see you. Come on in. He showed me to a bedroom in the back. This is my daughter's room. I inspected the door. I noticed a to-do list written on the back side in black felt marker. To do: 1. Eat a dragon. 2. Tame the wind. 3. Access psychic powers. 4. Fly. 5. Be invisible. 6. Eat 500 pizzas. She's 4 years old. Let's see. A foot below the to-do list was a hole in the door. That's the reason I was there. Below that was more felt marker. 7. Kick a hole in the door. Oh dear, that's funny. So this is fun to read. And then I got another freebie. These are freebie magazines. I like to read them. I got this one, Destinations, Your Guide to Central Nebraska. And this just tells all the shops and getaways in the central part of our state here, what's going on in the summer. So that's the freebie that I got at the quilt store. And I'll show you what I bought here. Let me get to it. This was on sale, this pin. I'm going to put it in my sewing journal, my Rosemary's Sewing Caboodle or Fabric Caboodle. It's of a shoe. It's a pin cushion, a pewter one, but it only cost me $1. It's on sale for $1. So I got that for $1. And then this fabric was on sale in the sale room. And I thought, man, I could really play with this. I could really play with this. It's not, you know, you know, when the fabric gets put back in the sale room, usually it's cast-offs that, you know, maybe the fabric didn't sell that much, or maybe it sold a lot and this was just what was left. But I can see dipping this in walnut ink. Maybe not rusting it. I could rust a little of it, but so I got that on sale. I think it was, well, it was probably originally, this is a quote shop and they sell like $12 a yard stuff. So I think this is $6 a yard. And I got a yard and a half, I think, there. And then I paid full price for this. And when I picked it out, I thought it was needles, you know, needle packets. But it's wine labels. So there you go. I just like it because of the colors. I guess because it's gold. And then this was in the sale packet too. All these coffee pots. And they just called to me, so I got them. I got 3 pieces. So that was I don't go to the shop very often. Maybe 4 times a year. So I bought some of that. And let me share the Happy Mail and then we'll move on. Dee Dee, I got a Happy Mail from Dee Dee Willingham. I tell you guys, I can start a Dee Dee Willingham art journal and just put these like between report covers or whatever, you know, to keep them nice, her prints. So this is Dee Dee Willingham's. And by the way, Dee Dee is not going, for July and August, she's taking a break from sending out thank yous. Boy, my heart goes out to her because she was showing a stack that she was sending out of mail like this. And I'm going, wow, I can't even get my first set done. And here she sends them out every month. Look at this. Oh, this is the one where she's swinging on a hook. Oh, this is wonderful, Dee Dee. I have quite a collection now of Dee Dee's art. And they're prints. Very nice prints. Thank you, Dee Dee. Wow, I love it. And look, it's a dress form. And, of course, the watch. This was a watch. And the lady's on a hook. Dee Dee creates her own worlds out of these collages. She creates her own world. She's always telling you to go out and create your own world. Let me put this someplace where it won't get messed up. Then I got, let's do Rosemary's Caboodle. This is her, and I want to work with Rosemary on this, so you might see me working on this Sunday night. I don't know if Rosemary will be on, but I've got to catch up with what she's done. This is her, Rosemary Morris does these caboodle kits every month, and this month it's a travel folder. And we did travel as our theme in Time from Art, and I'm doing those steamer trunks. And I'll do them when I get them done. As I get them done, I'll be working on them for a long time, but I'm not in any big hurry. I want to work on this though with Rosemary. I'd like to work on it with her, but I'll probably miss the Wednesday night lives with her. Thursday night I might be able to. Let me cut this open. And I'll put this in in one of those folders. I have one here. I buy these Walmart folders. I probably shouldn't, but let me tell you, it's easier to buy them than for me to dig out my sewing machine. Let me get this open. I find these very handy. Now that I've said it, they'll probably up the cost. I think they cost about $3.84, $3.24, up around in there for a page or three. But I like them. So as I'm going through this, I'll put it in here. All right, here's stuff for my paper journal. I decided, I was saying in one of my videos, I was going to do a paper journal just one day. Well, I think I'll do it over like a month or something. All the different papers that I run across. I have some things from yesterday. I stopped at the Dairy Queen. I saved the little cone cover. All right. And this can probably get tossed. Alrighty, this is the caboodle. Let me open it up. Now this is what, I don't have it handy, but I might save this envelope here, this folder. Let me pull the whole thing out here. Let me pull it out of the package. This, when I send off Arlene's Happy Mail envelope, you know, it's a yellow envelope that I'm painting. I want to paint both sides. And I think I'll paint and leave one side uncovered and cover the other side with something like this. And then they can put I'll put my address labels on the outside, and they can put their big old fat label, the post office, on it. And this will be put down with like double-sided tape or something that'll hold it. I'll make sure that'll hold it good. And then when Arlene gets it, she'll probably have to trim it out. I'll allow for that. And then she can just take this off. I'm going to say that, or maybe even this one would work too. This one's got warning label on it. Maybe this one. So I'm going to say those out. So here's Rosemary's Caboodle. And I know she's already started on it, and she sends a video link. When you buy her Caboodle now, on the last few, she's been sending an instruction video with it that I can't really share because that's, you know, it's kind of like a class thing. But this is going to be a travel folder, and she sent beautiful set of travel related fabrics here, airmail, tags, and Becky sent me some luggage, transparent luggage tags that'll probably go in here too. Look at this. Very cool. Oh, a film strip. Very cool. I have no idea what's on it. But there's that. Now I will say that when you see me work on this stuff and you want to get a caboodle, you be sure and go and look at Rosemary's when she introduces her caboodles, what she puts in the kit, because I am known for using my own stuff in these caboodles because I have it when I use it. So just because I use it in my journal does not mean that it came with the kit. I'm trying to use more and more Rosemary stuff, but I get carried away sometimes. She sent some nice fabric here. Let me put this back in here. And she always is very generous with her kits. Here's a whole bunch of ephemera. And she's doing videos, I think, on Wednesday and Thursday. And I think she did a collage last Thursday. And she has a group for these caboodles. And she puts the collage in the group so you can go print them off. Look at this. Postage marks. Photos. More postage. And these look like real stamps. This is real postage from 1946. This is a real stamp on here. That's not a print. And then she sent some check stubs. $25. First National Bank in Illinois. And for $22. Look, I got my cost back right there. And more. Here's one for $20. That's almost $60 there. Woohoo! Of course, it's canceled check, but photo corners, little coin, and she'll show us how she uses all of this. And here's, I think she means this to be a passport cover here. Airmail, ooh, with lots of stamps. Airmail envelope and a lot of postage stamps here. Let me put these in the... I'm going to try to work and get this one done in the month of July. This is July 2nd, so if I get a move on, I can follow her. And some papers for the journaling. Here's a postcard, an Easter joy card. Oh, it's so cute. And it's written on the back. Dear sweetheart. Dear sweetheart. I think it's from Grandma. It says... Oh my, I'm gonna have to take a picture of that and enhance it. See if I can figure out what it says. It's written in pencil. My grandmother wrote a letter to my father before he got married, before my parents were married. My parents were married in 1944? 1944. And that letter survived. And I was reading it, but she wrote it all in pencil, lead pencil. They wrote in lead pencil. And the lead starts to fade away on these. Envelope. A gas bill. Franklin County Lumber Company receipts. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. South Pacific from Australia. A CD envelope thing. And then we're just getting to the meat of it here. These are patterns for the journal and whatever's the contents. I think she makes it, well, it's for the travel folder itself. And like I said, I think she works on these on Wednesday and Thursday nights on Rosemary Morris's channel. Here's some map paper, airmail paper. It goes on and on and on. Some passport covers. an ephemera in here. I got it upside down, I guess. Hold it. Let me turn it the other way. Ephemera. And more ephemera. Labels. Airmail labels. Map and maps. We all know what maps look like. More map paper, which is real cool. And here's a ledger from 1926, a ledger page from 1926. Wow. And it opens up. How cool is that? And then, of course, this is to make the travel folder and this. So all of this is going to go in this kit. And I am going to try to work with Rosemary. Now, I may not be able to work on it as she's working on it. I'll probably have to watch her replays and then go work on it in one of my streams. Let me put these in separate. Let's see, let's just put this in separate. I don't know if this folder will fit in there. Let's try it. Yes. Yes. The manila ones fit. Maybe the colored one will fit too. The crafty one. Well, that one's a little tall, but I might be able to. Yes. All right. Now, while I'm here, let me grab a. Of course, I got scrap paper, lots of it. Where? Let me grab a scrap paper here. And a piece of tape so that I know what this is when I'm hunting for stuff. And I won't have to open it up and what did I put in here? And that's the other thing I need to do, not tonight of course, but I've been putting stuff that I have around here in boxes just to get it off of my desk and off of my cart here. And I need to go through the boxes now and label what's in them. And maybe sort out and put like stuff in like boxes, but come on, don't give me pains tonight. So, Rosemary's July travel caboodle. I'm going to have to go out there and watch her videos. I'll try to get that done this weekend. I have to work in the yard tomorrow, but I don't work in the yard early in the morning because the grass is wet. I have to wait till the grass dries. So. All right, one more Happy Mail, and that is from Aunt Becky. And where's that sheet of paper here? Look, she sent me this envelope that she did the other night. Dee Dee was in the stream and she was telling Becky what a nice envelope, what nice colors these were, and they are very nice, Becky. This, of course, will go in my journal. Probably put it in the August journal, and I'll cover up her name. But for now, I was in Becky's stream when she was showing her books from Dee Dee's weekly idea, and she was giving away a book, and I got the lucky number. Let's see, let's open this one. I got the lucky number, and I really did want the book. Otherwise, I would have Becky give it to somebody, but I thought, no, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take it. So she says, Mary won it, so I go, yay! No shame. No shame. And then I think it's a used book, but you know, I don't care. I buy books at the thrift store all the time. Becky is good on going out. I think there's a site out there called Thrift Books, something like that. I'm ruining the envelope flap here, but that's okay. Becky says she buys a lot of her books already used. I need my, what did I do with that palette knife? There. All right. I did a number on this envelope, but I think I saved the front of it. Art journaling sketchbook. Oh, and look, she sent a beautiful card that matches the envelope. Oh, Becky, this is wonderful. Becky does such beautiful cards. Oh, wow, look at that. You carry so much love in your heart. Give some to yourself. Oh, Becky, that is so cool. I love it. Mary, here's the book you won. Enjoy. I couldn't believe I bought 2 of the same book. But yay for you. That's what I said when I got it. Yay, I really did want it. Happy journaling, Becky. And, you know, it's an artist journal and sketchbooks. So, I think that sketchbook thing caught my idea. But look at this. Wow. Oh, look at these. Oh, look at these. These are cool. Look what they did. Paper doll heads, photographs. And then they're just papers there. Oh, those are cool. I'll be doing something like that. Getting started. The introduction. I'm just going to kind of flip. Angels and Harlequins. Side mount journal. Slide mount. Slides. You know, little film strips, slides. Soft-sided journal. Art Fest journal. Book of Dreams. Book of Dreams. The Book of Plenty. True Fiction. Dear Alice. Icon Pass. Oh, this will be some fun reading this weekend. The Seeds of Possibility. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Dream Theater. Why Life is Sweet. Metal etched journal cover. Linear journal. Oh man, this is neat, Becky. Thank you. I thought she said this book was used, but let me tell you, it feels brand new. Well, it's got a name in here, but if that's all it is, this is really nice book. So I'll be reading this weekend. Thank you so much, Becky. And thank you for the beautiful card and envelope. Those will not get destroyed. So that's my happy mail. Now let me come out and chat with you guys. Happy mail and thrift haul. Cheryl says, hi Cheryl. Cheryl's saying hello to Jude. Brenda D says, prayers Julie. Prayers Cheryl. Prayers Rachel. Oh, Rachel's brother too. Say prayers for Rachel's brother. I think he had a stroke. Is that right? I'll have to read here. Let's see. Oh, she said good night. Rachel did. Rachel says, I'm going to go for the night. Thank you for the company, Mary. I will watch tomorrow. Julie said she lost her dad to cancer. Julie West. This is not our Julie who's dad from Australia. This is another Julie. She said she lost her dad to cancer in 2013. Yeah, my dad has passed away too, Julie. So it's hard losing your dad. And they're saying pretty with the envelope that I was showing. What was Jude saying? Becky said, I hope everybody in the community and their families gain better health this weekend. Yes, that's really cool, Becky. Link to Rosemary's Caboodle Kit. Julie Parker asked about you, Julie West. Aunt Beck said she found some letters from her grandmother. Wow, that's cool, Becky. I love old letters. You know, I think we need to do more letter writing. I used to write letters. I was out of college and I was out of work, so I wrote these big long letters to my friends. And they wrote me back and said they didn't have time to read them all. That was long ago. I probably just chattered on like I am tonight. Let's see. Janet dropped a link to Rosemary's July Caboodle. Thank you, Janet. I'm getting back to where Rachel's talking about her brother. Here, Rachel said, it's so hard when somebody is close to you is ill. My brother had a stroke on Tuesday. They've seen some improvement. Well, that's good. And if I remember right, Rachel said he was driving a car. Apparently they're all okay, but when they thought he had a stroke, I think he was driving a car. She had posted that or said it in our chat. So keep Rachel's brother and Julie's dad and Lori Paint Girly. Keep these people in your hearts and prayers. Here's where Julie West came in. Sabrina, the Mismatched Crafter. Hi, Sabrina, if you're still out there. I don't see everybody that comes in until I go back and scroll through chat. When I do my chats, if you're listening and kind of new in here, I usually do something like I'm in the middle of opening Happy Mail or doing an art project or something. I'm not watching chat. My mods kind of moderate it for me. And then I'll stop like I am now and come out and chat. That works for me. Then I don't have to review my chat so much afterwards. I still kind of look at chat, especially if I don't feel like I caught everything. But if I kind of come back and scroll through chat, but some of you may be gone by the time I get out here, so. Let's see. Anne was here. Anne Lar says, Becky, I'm eating the Jamaican black beans with pineapple chutney. C-H-U-T-N-E-Y. Right now. It's so good. Thanks for the recommendation. Yummy, yummy. They're saying hello to everybody out there. Popo was waving at Anne. A cool idea on the name tags. Yeah, those name tag pockets, you know, like they're for like companies. They'll have name tags that you show when you go in the door. Some of these companies, they always have a security posted at the door and you show them your name tag. Sometimes it's electronic, but you show them. I think the last company I worked for, you used the name tag to get in the door, and then after you got in, you had to show the security guard your other name tag to make sure that you didn't sneak in behind somebody else. And people would do that, especially when you know somebody, you knew a coworker, you know, and you didn't have your name tag with you. You just kind of wait till somebody you know goes in, and then you'd sneak in behind them, but they didn't like you to do that. Mina, Becky will post a supply list in her group as well as in FIBSville, and I think Beth's. They're talking about Wednesday's page. Rachel said, Mary, I felt like I'd been lifting up heavy bags of groceries over my head when I got my shot. Oh my goodness. Probably your muscles. Yeah, my arm's a little sore. If I don't think about it, I'm okay. When I start to think about it, it hurts. But I didn't get sick. No headaches, no nausea, nothing like that. So, but I still have the second one to go through. It's more of a trepidation than anything. I'll be glad when it's all over with. But I was kind of keeping an open mind on it and kind of watching to see what would happen. And I kind of decided that enough people have taken it and that I feel comfortable going and getting it with, and have. And the thing of it is, it's nice to know that you can walk in a building without having to mask up and that. And I need to go to the dentist here pretty soon. And I want to be able to tell them that I've had my shots and all of that. So, dentist, ugh. Don't you just love dentists? All right, let me keep scrolling back. Sharon says pretty pages. So this was where I was showing my pages for last night. Oh, Janet said she doesn't hear. I have the fan on. So, but I pulled that fan was hitting the microphone on my camera here. My microphone is on my phone. And the air was hitting it and it was making a whirring noise, Well, I pulled the fan back as far as it would go into the other room. We have an open door between, I'm kind of like in a little den area. And there's an open doorway between the den area and the living room. And so I pulled that fan back as far as the cord would go, and I still get air. I feel the air on me. And it's a standing fan. So, and hopefully it's not making much noise. Okay. Samantha, hi Samantha. Welcome, welcome. I went back down to the bottom. Becky says, hit that blue arrow, Mary, and come down to the bottom. So Samantha came in. Suze is here. Hi, Suze. Oh, Julie. Oh, my goodness. Well, you take care of yourself, Julie. We'll keep you in your Julie West. She said the doctors thought it was eczema, but it changed color, and the doctor said it was cancer. Is that skin cancer? Aunt Beck says luggage tags. They work great for mini watercolor paintings, and they go through the laminator. I can't wait to play with those, Becky. I kept them out. Teresa's in here. Hi, Teresa. Little sister Spitfire Teresa. Welcome, welcome if you're out there. Janice is here. Hi, Janice. Glines, Laura. And Laura gave me a PayPal this week. So thank you to Laura. Let me write Laura's name down. Did I write your name down, Laura? I want to write your name down in the book. Let me do that right now. I'll probably need to ask you for your email address or your snail mail address. Where did I see your name? I want to VASQU. VASQU. Easy. I want to make sure I'm spelling it right. I am keeping track of who supports my channel. And my thought was I was going to send out an animal every month, but, well, Dee Dee's better at that than Mary is. But I'll thank you guys somehow. Yeah, I might get the animals done yet. We'll see. I'll probably send a set of animals to everybody. Hi, Gail, the Gallery. Gail, welcome, welcome. Jude is in here. Raindrops Alley with doodles inside. Mary, where did you put the gnome? Outside or question mark? The gnome is still behind me. I'm still painting on him. I'm not going to work on him tonight because I want to do a FIBSville we should jump in to doing that before it gets too late, because that usually takes a little bit of time. So let's proceed with our FIBSville character. It's going to be a mystery story, and you guys are going to help me. You guys are going to help me form the character. Now I got to think of a way to introduce this. Let me reach for the pens and the book. What I was thinking that I do, this is not going to show up too well. I need my dark pen. I put all my pens. Let me grab one here. White out, white out. Will this one work? No. Oh, hold on. I gotta find a pen that, well, I don't want the fine point ones. I want one that'll show up. I put all my pens in a box here. Let me reach for one that will show. And Cheryl, you had told me you sent me a Wink of Stella. I think this is it. I found it. I put it in my project cart here. This will work. I put it in my project cart, and here it is. Wink of Stella. This came, I think, from Cheryl. So I've got it here in my little box of unused pens. All right. So I was thinking of a way to introduce my FIBSville mystery. And the way I'm going to do it is base it around the 4th of July, 2021. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a character, and then we're going to create a mystery story around our character. And I did these mind maps when not long after I created this journal. And in this journal, I should have dated the journal. I don't think I dated it. Why didn't I put a date in here? Well, I can find the date by looking at my videos, but I should go in here and write the date. I did in here someplace, I thought in here, was it in here? I did a picture of Dee Dee. I think I did one of Dee Dee and one of Gina Aaron's. Was it in here or in another journal? Might have been in another journal. Well, does this have a date on it? No. I don't have dates on this, but this was a couple years ago when I created this. So let's say 2019. So, first of all, and I'm not going to draw a mind map. I'm going to just take notes. But we're going to look at the mind map. I'm going to have to move Penelope or she'll fall. And that's what I said about my... that's what I said about the Rolodex. I moved it to a safe spot. And wherever it is, it's not going to fall. I don't know where my safe spot is. Ann was talking about that the other day. And look, I bought some hand sanitizer. I'm going to refill my hand sanitizer. Looks kind of liquidy for hand sanitizer. I'm used to my hand sanitizer being a little bit thicker than that. I got this at Walmart though. 80% alcohol will not stand. Oh well, it's a germ killer. Well, it says it is a hand sanitizer. It said it's made in the USA. Well, we won't fiddle with that tonight. I'm going to keep my tea and pop out. All right. So we have to decide. Let me give you the background of the story. In FIBSville, for those of you who are kind of new to the group or don't know too much about our FIBSville stories, FIBSville is kind of a make-believe town that we do in our group here of all the, well, the friends in the, it stands for FIBS, for Friends in the Box, which really came from Dee Dee's group. And Scrap Chick told me it was started by the musical Scrapper, Fibs, Friends in the Box term. But I think it was Janet who named our little town FIBSville. And we have a daily newspaper, fictional, that's called The Daily Fibber. And Janice Glines is either reporter or editor. I think I've made her editor now of The Daily Fibber. And we have a little map that we sketched out. I got it someplace around here. But I've been telling stories, and I think it was Tuesday morning in my stream, Rhonda had asked me, Mary, when are you going to do another FIBSville story? So I decided we'd do a mystery story. And I think I started a mystery story before, and I never really finished it, but let's just scratch that one, and maybe I'll come back to that in another chapter. This is a whole nother mystery. And so I'm going to base it around the 4th of July, and I'm just going to say we're kind of getting ready for the 4th of July celebration at the TheMeriAtelier. And the TheMeriAtelier is actually a place in a fictional FIBSville. It's an old general store, think department store. Don't think a little wooden general store. Think of it of an old department store with all the oak cabinets and everything. And Mary, who's me, I called myself the reluctant retiree, and I retired back fictionally to FIBSville. And this general store, department store, I call it a general store, was vacant. And so I contacted who I thought at that time was the owner of the building and asked if we could rent it. And then I kind of pull, in my stories, I kind of pull you guys into it. There's a whole series of little FIBSville stories. But tonight, we're getting ready for the 4th of July celebration. And a character walks into our meeting place, which is that department store, and we sit down and we chat. Now, what we're going to do tonight is to describe that character. So I need to start out knowing from you. I'm kind of sitting down and getting to know this person who just walked in off the street. And, you know, I have some time, and we're going to get to know this kind of a new character in town. Oh, look what I did. I pulled this apart completely. I must have unscrewed it here while I was talking to you guys. Huh. Well, this was interesting. I guess I'll have to get another pen out. That's not going to work. I'm not going to fool with that. So, while I'm hunting for another pen, what I need to know from you guys is this person a man, a male, or a female? And I'll probably take the first suggestion I see out there. And we'll develop our character based off of that. I'm looking for another big, thick pen. Maybe one of these. So, after we decide whether our character is a male or female, then we're going to go describe it and give it a character setting here. Hopefully this is not a fine point. I don't think it is. Okay. So this is FIBSville. I'm going to have to push this back a little bit. FIBSville Mystery 2021. And this is just notes. We'll develop our story later. And I'm going to put July in a second. All right. A man. You guys are agreeing that it's a male. Okay. So our character is a man, a male. So now we can go on here. And this is, I have to move my little note thing. And let's just take it off completely for now. Well, I don't want to do that because I want to pop back here. I can put it on here. All right. So, let's start with A. What would be the age of this male? So, we need to know his age. Well, we know if he walks in off the street, he's not a boy. You know, we don't think he's a boy. So I'm just going to kind of watch and see what you guys say for the age. If you want to, I'm going to take suggestions from you guys. I'm going to the age mind map here. Where is it? 820, I think. 12, 14, 18. Back one. Age. So yeah, I did a map of the age. 35, Sharon says. Okay, he's 35. So what year would have he been born in? And that's perfect because on my age mind map, I make them 25 to 75. And so I need a birth year. If he's, and a day, month, year. If he's 35 and this is 2021, what would that be? '86, 1986, is that right? 86, 96, excuse my fingers, 96, 2006, 2016, 2000, yeah, he'd be 35 years old, right? Yeah, 1986, he'd be 35. I got it right. All right, so he's 35 years old, and he was born in 1986. And what month? You want him born on July 4th. Oh, 1987 if his birthday's July 4th. Well, we'll make his birthday on July 4th of 1986. July 4th. So he's already got an interesting birth date, doesn't he? See, you guys? Okay, so where was he born? Where was he born? This is all off the mind map here. Is he from the States? Is he from international? FIBSville itself is a fictional town. I really don't have FIBSville located in any one state, but I need a state from him. Chicago. Chicago. He was born in Chicago, Illinois. That's good. I'm just kind of taking what I see out there. So in 1986, wow. So then I have, was he adopted, yes or no? Was he an adopted person, or was he born with his birth mother and father, you know? He was not adopted. Oh, Jude says he was, but most of you are saying he's not adopted. So, okay, then I need to know, was he born in a hospital, was he born at home, or was he born someplace else? Maybe he was born on the way to the hospital. Maybe he was born in a park. Who knows? 1986 really wasn't the hippie era or the beatnik era, so I wouldn't think he'd be born in a park. He was born at home? Okay, he was born at home. We'll get to his job later, Julie. That's part of the mind mapping. So keep that in mind, Julie. Don't... Oh! Laura, I already got he was born at home. And then they took him to a hospital. So that's all I have for the age mind map. So we've done age. So B, this is all A. So I guess we should name him. What's his name? Let's give him a name. Do I have the name in here? I don't think I have the name of him here. How could I leave his name off? We need to name him. What is his name? Make a fictional name. You can make it crazy if you want. Laura said his parents were hippies. Jude says his mother couldn't get to the hospital. Joshua. Joshua Charles. We're going to call him Joshua Charles. What's his last name? Josh, Joshua. Joshua Charles is his name. So that would be normal for me to ask, like, what's your name, sir? Where are you from? Of course, now we're setting the background of this. I probably wouldn't have asked him his birthday. He might have volunteered it saying, hey, today's my birthday, by the way. And he wandered in off the street, but he's not like the lead pencil criminal. He's not looking to buy anything. He just wandered in to see what was going on. Maybe he was a tourist in town, just, 4th of July weekend wandering around. It's an old department store, so people tend to think that the store is open. Last name is Young. Julie, keep that in mind about his job. We'll come back to that. Joshua Charles Young. I like that as a name. So we got his name. So B is his face. So think about his face. Now we know he's a man. So let's go to B, which is his face. The neck. Is it short, long, fat, skinny? I don't know what that one says. So describe his neck to me. Short, is he got a short neck, a long neck? Is it a fat neck, or is it a skinny neck? Cheryl says he wears his clothes with JC on them. Keep all this other extra stuff on mine. Well, let's go through the mind map. Keep this other stuff on. Maybe I'll make extraneous facts over here that you guys are giving me. Julie said he lost his job to COVID. Lost job with the C-19. And Cheryl says that he wears JC on his, what was that? He wears his clothes with JC on them. We're not quite ready for this, but you guys have an imagination. I don't want to lose it. He wears clothes, that's scribbling, with JC on them. I don't want to lose that stuff. This is kind of extraneous. All right, his neck, I asked you about his neck. Hi, Karen K. Welcome, welcome. She said Smith was his last name. We've already got Young. Joshua Young. Thank you for all the suggestions, though. Clausen, I like Clausen. He was a waiter. He wears his waiter. He was a waiter. That's good information. A waiter. That would be why he probably lost his job. Okay, he's a handsome. He looks like Tom Selleck. He's got a long neck. All right. The neck is long. Does Tom Selleck have a long neck? But he looks something like Tom Selleck with a long neck. Dude, he's kind of cute. No wonder I'm talking to him. And it's a long, skinny neck. The neck is skinny. Long and skinny neck. He's a handsome dude. Broad. He's a doctor to help with the vaccinations. Well, we already said he was, okay, we're going to have to do some choosing here. We either got he was a waiter or a doctor. We'll let random org choose this when we'll get all these suggestions. We'll let random org pick the doctor with vaccines. I kind of like that too, but we'll see. We'll let random org choose when they get differences here. Let's go back to the skin tone, or his skin. Is it smooth, wrinkles, blemishes, ruddy, white, birthmark, nostrils? Or is nostrils big or small? That's more with his nose. So let's go with skin tone. Does he have kind of like smooth, indoor skin, or is it wrinkly like he's been out inside a lot? Does he have any blemishes? Is it a ruddy skin tone, or is it all like white and out indoor type? Does he have any birthmarks? Let's see what you guys are saying. Slim neck, strong cleft chin. We haven't got to the chin yet, but let's put that on here. Strong cleft chin. I'm not sure I have chin on here. I got eyes, nose, and mouth. All right, got the shape of the head. All right, well, let's stop. We're doing the skin tone now. Smooth. Some sun. He has perfect skin. All right. So, skin tone, we're still on his, well, that's actually, we're on his face is what we're doing. We're doing all the ones on his face. So, he's got smooth skin. So, no blemishes. Now, Tom Selleck had a mustache, didn't he? Does he have a mustache? Tan skin tone, dark hair, large mustache, Jenna says. Okay, let's write this down. Tan skin tone. I got that. We're going to go with Janice on this. Dark hair. So if he's 35, he probably doesn't have any gray hairs yet. Dark hair. Ooh, he sounds like a interesting character. Large mustache. A large mustache? I got some off of the pizza box. Heavy 5 o'clock shadow, like Tom Selleck. Okay. Heavy 5 o'clock shadow. Like Tom's. I can buy all that. All right. So the shape of his head would kind of describe that it's kind of an oval, isn't it? Tom Selleck. Is it round, square, oval, circle, or rectangle? Well, probably oval or rectangle, wouldn't you say? We haven't got to the eyes yet. They're next. I'm on the shape of the head. Shape of the head, round, square, oval, circle, or rectangle. Rectangle. Tom Selleck had blue eyes. All right. So rectangle head. We got to get a good picture of this guy. Can't you just see him? We're describing Tom Selleck's ultra, what do you call that? Eagle character. Rectangle, oval. Yeah, that's kind of how I picture it, a kind of a square, roundish, square, ovalish face. All right, now let's go to the eyes. Tom Selleck had blue eyes, right? Is that what you guys said? So we're going to give him blue eyes. We're still on face here. I better number my pages. Number 1. And see, this will take us a while, but we're going to get a good picture of this mystery guy. All right, so we got him as blue eyes, sort of squarish face. His eyes are hazel, Mina. Bluish hazel eyes. Blue/hazily. Blue-brown eyes. All right, so now the nose. Describe the nose to me. Maybe I can squeeze that on here. Kind of longish. Not real long, but the nose. Is it long, short, medium, straight, curved, big, small? Does it have any bumps on it? Is his nostrils big or small? I don't have his height on here yet. I don't know if I put the height in here. We'll give his height here. He's 6'3". And maybe I'll put a note here for height. Of course, I can't spell it off the. All right. Romanesque, medium, straight. All right, so it's medium, straight, Romanesque, Romanesque. Perfect nose. Well, hi, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome, Vanessa. We're creating a character in FIBSville. We're describing him in detail. We decided he's a man. He's 86 years old. He was born in 1986. He's 35 years old. He was born on July 4th. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He's 6'3". He was not adopted. He was born at home. His name is Joshua Charles Young. And we went to his face. He's got a long neck, but it's kind of looks like Tom Selleck. It's kind of a long, skinny neck. Not a huge, long neck. He's got smooth skin with no blemishes, tan skin tone, dark hair, and a large mustache. I might need to go back and look at this. Heavy something. Oh, a heavy 5 o'clock shadow. 5 o'clock. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow, so, you know, he needs a shave. His head is kind of rectangle, oval shape. He's got blue/hazel, blue-brown eyes. His nose is medium straight, Romanesque. Oh, and he's got dimples. We'll put dimples. That's what makes him cute, huh, Julie? Let's say at 35, he's not filled out yet completely. Bye, Laura. Thanks for popping in. And thank you so much for the PayPal. That was so sweet of you to do that. Have a really good 4th of July. Be safe out there. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda, we're working on our FIBSville mystery character. He's moonlights as a Chip and Dale. We're still deciding on his occupation. That kind of comes later. We haven't really done it, but we've had 2 suggestions. Julie West was saying he lost his job to C-19. He was a waiter. And Ann was suggesting maybe he was a doctor who's going around giving vaccines. So when we get to his vacation, if there's any others, we'll let random org choose it if we got several suggestions. All right, we're still on the face. We got one more thing on the face, and that's his mouth. Describe his mouth to me. His lips large or small? Does he have all his teeth? Are they bright or are they yellow? And Beck said she's going to go tonight. It's been a long week. I hope everyone stays safe this week. Yeah, Becky. You have a really good weekend too, Becky. And get some rest. We're really having fun with your journal, Becky. We really appreciate all the work that you put into it. And thank you so much for the book. That's what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going to enjoy reading that book. He's got bright white teeth. All right, we settled that. He's got bright white teeth. And we'll just say his mouth is kind of like a masculine, I wouldn't say thin lips, medium type lips. Medium lips. I'll go mid lips. All right, let's move off of the face. Let's go to the next one. I really get detailed here. Now you guys get to describe the body shape to me. And I think if I go back one, I'll get to body shape. And of course, we're thinking Tom Selleck here. We're modeling him after Tom Selleck. Where's my body shape? What page was that on? Page 799. Oh, I went back several here. 791, 802. All right, hold on. Before you start saying anything, let me get to my map. 96, 97, 98. Uh-oh, what happened to my body shape? 802. body shape. All right, so I want to know his height. You guys had already told me his height was 6 foot. You guys jumped ahead here, but okay, body shape, height was 6'3". (6'3" We got that. So was, well, tall, short. We've already formed. The form of the body, is it round, oval, square, long, or compact? I would say he's probably long because he's tall. Long, tall body shape. Legs, are they long, short, fat, skinny, or medium? They're probably long legs. I'm filling this in just from what you guys have filled me in here. Arms are long, short, fat, skinny, medium. Would his arms be long? Does Tom Selleck have medium arms or long arms? I kind of want to say medium. And his size, he's not a big husky guy. Would Tom Selleck, well, if he's tall, I want to say tall to average. I'm trying to picture Tom Selleck. I don't see Tom Selleck as being a big, large man. If he is, he's very muscular. Muscular might be the thing. Muscular. We're describing Tom Selleck as our character here. Long arms, he's built like a basketball player. Okay, long arms. Long arms and long legs. So, all right, we're not going to spend too much time on that. We just got him at a height. His body shape is, and I scribbled it, is he's 6'3". He's tall, long legs. He's muscular and has long arms. That's about all we need to do. Arms, legs, form is muscular. And he's tall. That's all we're going to spend on body shape. Now we get to the next one, which is D, and I think that's personality. Now you could play with this. You don't have to think Tom Selleck. So now we're going to describe his personality. What kind of a personality does our mystery character have? Is he happy or outgoing? Is he smiling, friendly, gregarious among people, meetings or crowds? Or is he quiet and reserved, solitary, alone, thinking, melancholy? Is he a sanguine, kind of laid back, understanding, eccentric? Or is he a choleric, like a pain in the backside? Is he stubborn? Is he a troublemaker? Is he gossip, opinionated, and judgmental? He's friendly and very polite. Okay, personality. We're going to write he's friendly. That would be probably why he walked in. He's very polite. So we're going to put him as number 1 as being very happy and outgoing. Very polite. Curious, gregarious, a people person. I'm going to put gregarious. A people person. Maybe he's a bit too trusting, do you think? He likes to travel and explore and loves a mystery. Likes to explore, that's a good one. Likes to explore, loves a mystery. And likes to travel. Loves to travel and likes to explore. Likes to explore, travel, loves a mystery. All right, that's good enough. We don't have to psychoanalyze him. Just kind of get his personality. The next one after personality is his education. All right, let's go to education. That's here. So, how many years educational, preschool, nursery, primary, junior high, high school, college, business, technical, or community college. So how educated is, how many years of how much education did he have? How many years? He's a PhD. Oh, let's put he's a great listener here. Great listener. You guys like this guy, don't you? I'm thinking I'm falling in love with him. Maybe as I'm talking to him, I'm going, oh my, I got to get to know this guy better. He's witty and humorous. But he's too young for me. I could probably be his mother. If he was born in 86, I could probably be his mother. Couldn't be his grandmother. I could probably be his mother. I'd be too young to, he'd be too old. Well, he would be, in order for him to be my grandson, he would have to be younger. Let's put it that way. He'd have to be like 12 years old or so, 15 or 12. Hi, Candy. You guys are saying he's college educated and an MD. Maybe he's a college educated MD who worked part-time because of his gregarious character, outgoing personality. He had to meet more people. So maybe he wasn't a waiter. Maybe he worked as a bartender. Do you think? I'm kind of picturing that guy on, what was that? What was that show with the bartender man? What was that show? It's popular in the 70s and 80s. Where was it? It wasn't WKRP in Cincinnati. What was that show? I can't. All right, let's go back to this. I'm going to revise this. We're not going to ask random org. We're going to say he's got his PhD. He's a doctor. But because of his outgoing personality, I'm scribbling on my page here. Because of his outgoing personality, and this is scribble, believe me, he worked as a bartender. He's a doctor who worked as a bartender in his spare time. And that could get to the mystery story. It could. We could bring that. This could be a tie-in here. So he worked as a bartender in his spare time. Maybe when he wasn't giving vaccines. But he lost his bartending job because of the virus. They had to close things down. Cheers. That was it. Cheers. That tall guy on Cheers. I'm rotten. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. The tall guy on Cheers. He wasn't Tom Selleck, but he had a big, tall, I wouldn't really say muscular, but kind of a masculine build. Ted Danson. Yes. Thank you, Rebecca. There she is again. Hi, Rebecca. Ted Danson. Yeah. And don't you see Ted Danson as kind of being a character who could have been a doctor working as a bartender? He paid his way through school by being a bartender. Oh, and that's how he paid his way. How he paid his way through his tuition. How paid his tuition. That's a good point, Mina. And Woody, Woody was that other character. I can see his face. I can see that. I'm very visual. I have trouble remembering names, but I can shut my eyes and see these guys in my head. Sort of. I can see my memory. That way, we get both Anne and Julie's suggestions for his occupation in our story. Ted Danson had a show where he played a sarcastic doctor. Oh, he did? I didn't know that, Mina. Good night, Brenda. Thanks for coming. Have a really good weekend. Be safe out there. Janice said, thank God he's not Tom Cruise. Oh, Janice, that's funny. He was in an episode of Twilight Zone, buried at the beach and drowned when the tide came in. Oh, now are you getting to our mystery story, Rebecca? We haven't got to the mystery story yet. We're still describing this guy's education. As far as the doctor character goes, I like Diagnostic Murderhead Doctor. Diagnostic Murderhead Doctor. Diagnosis. Hi, Julie Parker. Welcome, Julie. How are your parents doing? I never saw you come in. There she is, Julie Parker. Julie is from, I think she said Australia, right, Julie? And it's what? It's 9:13 here, so it has to be about maybe late morning for you over in Australia. Diagnosis. Dick Van Dyke. Ted Danson has a new show where he's a mayor of a town who knows nothing about being a mayor of a town. Kind of like Miss Mary being a mayor of FIBSville. Sherlock Holmes personality. Oh, well, we can put that in there. We did his personality, but let's go and see. He likes mysteries. So let's go back to his personality here. Somebody said he likes a mystery, so we're going to put Cheryl's. Julie said it's 12:13 p.m. over in Australia. And how are your parents, Julie? Hi, Beth. Welcome, Beth. Glad to have you join us. Hi, Julie Topaz Pearl Girl. There's Julie. Happy 4th of July, ladies. And Candy's here. Hi, Candy. Let's see. Sherlock Holmes personality. Sherlock Holmes. He likes Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes personality. I'm going to have to go watch some Sherlock Holmes shows. You can get them on YouTube. I just finished watching that Lionheart George Washington series. I watched it all weekend. All right, wait a minute. I was on the personality. All right, education. So we already we said that he was a doctor, so he was probably educated in science and medicine, science/medicine. Okay. We're still on the education mind map here. So, his teachers. Were his teachers inspiring to him, boring, strict, or fun? Now we're talking about our Joshua Young here. Josh, his name is Joshua Charles Young is the name of our character. So when he was in school, and you can pick any, whether he was in high school or preschool or nursery, whatever, were his teachers inspiring, boring, strict, or fun? We're going to kind of describe his teacher because that affected him. Mary, my answer to your question above, Julie said. Let's see. Let me look, Julie. Oh, your mom is struggling. Oh, Julie. Your dad is still in ICU, and every day there's a new problem for them to work on, and your mom is struggling. Is she able to go see him yet, Julie? You know they are in our prayers, Julie, and you are in our prayers. Inspiring. Yeah, of course Anne would say his teachers are inspiring. All right, we're going to say his teachers inspired him. So he found his teachers very inspiring. We're not going to dwell too much on that. How about his classmates? What kind of classmates did he have? And so I really went into this in depth. What kind of classmates? Male or female? Let's just make up a fictional classmate. We won't go into describing them yet. But we might keep the teacher and the classmate as characters in our story for later. The nurses finally managed to get permission for her mother to visit Dad. Australia's in a lockdown with the variant, the COVID-19 with the variant thing. So, but Julie said that the nurses were able to get lockdown for her. To get permission for her mother to visit her dad. So that's a good thing. And for those of you that are new in here, keep Julie's parents in your prayer. You saw where she said her dad is in ICU. And keep Paint Girly in your hearts and prayers. And there was one other person. Who was the other person that I said earlier? My head lost it because of all the... There's another person that we're praying for. Lori and Julie. Oh, and Rachel. Rachel's brother. Rachel's brother had a stroke. So keep those three in your hearts and prayers. I really do believe in groupthink. When we agree on something, like when we agree that, send our good thoughts and our prayers and our hugs and, the good vibes. I think they mean a lot. All right. So let's get back to choosing a classmate, at least one classmate, a best friend, a study partner, maybe gangs or pals. Was he in a team or a club? Julie's West's mom has skin cancer. Oh, okay. So Julie West too. That's true. She did say that, didn't she, Janice? So we got 4 people that we're keeping in our hearts and prayers. And if I was as good as saying a verbal prayer as Lisa is, I would say it here, but I think you all can say your good thoughts and prayers in silence to, I'm not going to go into that here, but it's Julie West's mother has skin cancer, Lori's in the hospital, Paint Girly, Julie Parker's mom and dad, and Rachel's brother had a stroke. So we need to keep these people in our good thoughts and prayers. Well, I need a classmate thing here. Classmate. I'm going to make it a female classmate just because I want to move along. And that's all we're going to say. And she was a study partner. That's all. We're going to stop there. We might come back to her. They were in a club. What kind of a club were they in? A drama club, because he's an outgoing person. So they were both in a drama club. All right. So extracurricular activities, club, sports, events, speech, plays, debate, drama. We already described that he was in a drama club with her. We haven't described her yet. His classmate was a female. What kind of a school did he go to? Well, he was from Chicago, so the school would probably have to be, let's see, the school was probably a large school. I'm just going to fill in the blanks here. A large school from Chicago. And this large high school we're going to put in Chicago. And this would have been Chicago in the 80s. Did he win any awards? You guys can tell me that. His study partner's name was Becky. And he's in a chess club too. Okay, chess and drama. And the female's name is Becky. Becky will wonder about that, Cheryl. And I got your chess. How about any awards or certificates? What kind of awards did he win? And we're just talking about him. And when. How about they were the high school king and queen? uh, king and queen of senior class. Did you guys have that in your school? I'm going to end it there because I want to move along. We're only on E. I go clear to Z on this thing. The next one is F, and that is where's E, F, where's F? Oh, married. Okay, we're going to get into his marital status here. I told you this would take a while. All right, is he married or single? National Merit Scholar. All right, let me write that down. National Merit Scholar. National Merit Scholar. And Mina says he's single. Becky went to college to study law enforcement. Homecoming, king and queen. Homecoming. Thank you. All right. He sounds like a pretty interesting guy, doesn't he? How did he wander into our little town? So he's single, so this one's going to be pretty easy, because if he was married, I said, did he get engaged, when, where, what's his spouse's name, and what was the ceremony like, and what was the honeymoon like. So we don't have to go, because he's single. We'll just leave it at that. He's a single guy. This is all on the married stuff. So we're going to go to G, which is his residence. Where does he reside now? We want to describe his home. So I'm asking him where he's from. We knew he grew up in Chicago. Is he from Chicago now? Hi, Sus. Oh, Ann says he's engaged. He's single engaged. All right. Ann learned that he's engaged. She happened to ask him when he walked by, what's that ring on your hand? Is that a ring you're wearing around your neck? All right. That's a good point, Ann. We might bring that into the mystery. They're saying hello to Suze out there. All right. So where does he live now? We knew he grew up in Chicago, went to school from Chicago, in Chicago. He's traveling. He had an apartment in. All right. So we know he's traveling. And where was his apartment? He had an apartment in. Meaning he's not available. That's right, Ann. Somewhere in the mountains, Julie says. In the mountains. Oh, the mountains. The Rocky Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, the Canadian Rockies. Somewhere. Mountains in Chicago. The skyscrapers. Salt Lake City. Are there mountains in Salt Lake City? I don't think so. Isn't that pretty flat? You go over the mountains to get there. What did Allie say? Oh, shoot, Ann. Allie was getting interested in him. Allie, I have to tell you, my heart is starting to beat at this description of him earlier. Janice said, well, what's a good medical school where we would have done his internship? Maryland, Johns Hopkins, Baltimore, or Annapolis? Do any of them have mountains, Janice? I like the mountains. But where are the mountains? Are there mountains in Maryland? Johns Hopkins? I don't know much about Johns Hopkins, Mina. Are there mountains where Johns Hopkins is? He lives not too far from Mary, and that's why she's sitting there trying to figure out who he is. Well, Cheryl, we're trying to figure out who he is because in our story, we were getting ready for our 4th of July celebration, And, being kind of downtown FIBSville in the TheMeriAtelier, and being in an old department store, people sometimes just wander in. He's not the lead pencil criminal. But all right, I'm back. Let me flip the camera. It does that every now and then. Hold on. I'm back. I have to turn my phone off, shut down YouTube. I turn off my phone. Let me get this fixed here. I think I'm back. All right, I think I'm back. I have to shut down my phone, close out YouTube, but when I close out YouTube, my connection is still connected. So which makes me think it's not really YouTube, it's something in the internet with my mobile phone. It's Friday night, blah, 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 blah. So we didn't have too much of a problem. Renee says 10 campuses on 3 continents. They have 10 divisions and 10. No mountains near Johns Hopkins. BYU is a good place to start. What is BYU? BYU is a good place to start travels from. You guys, I'm really dumb about all this stuff. BYU. I need a college in the mountains. So he grew up in the mountains and moved to study and kept the captain. Okay. No, he grew up in Chicago, Julie. He didn't grow up in the mountains. We're describing where he lives now. He grew up in Chicago, got tired of the big city, and he moved to the mountains. Brigham Young University is outside of Salt Lake City. Are there mountains around Salt Lake City, Renee? I don't know the geography that much. I'd have to go look. You guys tell me. You guys like BYU. We might have to change the mountains. Oh, there are mountains around Salt Lake City? All right, so we're going to put Brigham Young University. So he's living in Salt Lake City now. That's where he's from right now. He grew up in Chicago. Salt Lake City has mountains, lots of mountains. Thank you guys for educating me. I'd have to look all this up. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I'd have to look it all up. Oh, then he fell in love with the mountains and bought a cabin there. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good, Julie, because we're getting back to what his house was. All right. So let's start with number 1. Does he rent or own? So number 1 is he owns. He bought a Julie says he fell in love with Salt Lake City and he bought a cabin. He bought a cabin, so he lives in a cabin. So that's, he owns. The second one is, how big is this cabin? 1 story, 2 story? Is it small, medium, large? How big is this cabin? Well, I'd say it's probably, 2 bedrooms? Maybe. He likes to fish. Well, that's kind of a hobby. We'll get to hobbies. Hold on to the fishing one. Let's put that on the extraneous one. Where's that? He likes to fish. I got that he's a PhD doctor here. He likes to fish. All right. Boy, I'll have to figure all these notes out. All right. It sounds to me like he's an 18-year-old. He's 35. He may be acting 18, Renee, but he's 35. Own, and he's off-grid. Oh, he's off-grid? That's a good point. Off-grid, which means he's not on the internet. He likes his solitude, which is kind of interesting for an outgoing personality, Renee. We got his personality as being outgoing, but every now and then he has to go to the mountains and refresh his personality. Not online, I'll put. All right, that's a good point. I like that. It's a 2-bedroom bachelor pad. 2-bedroom bachelor pad. Okay. Ooh. The ladies are falling from him with a veranda. Now they're really falling for him. And I suppose he likes to go out at night and look at all the stars from the mountaintop. Maybe he needs a break. He probably does if he's a doctor. Okay, what about his neighbors? The number 4 was his neighbors. Are they distant, friendly? Are his neighbors, are they families or are they singles? What about, describe his neighbors to me. This is where he's living now. What are his neighbors like? He probably doesn't have a lot of neighbors. He owns a telescope. Whoops, that goes on the hobbies. We'll come back to that. Let me write it down here. Owns telescope. He likes to fish and he owns a telescope. We haven't got to the hobbies yet. Julie has to go help hubby. He's just outside Park City. I don't know where Park City is, but I'll take your word for it. Outside, what is Park City? I don't know all these places. I know Nebraska. I have no shame in telling you how ignorant I am sometimes. Well, I'm going to say he has a few neighbors who are distant. A few distant neighbors that he gets together with every now and then. That he's a doctor, so he knows them by... And this might be an important point to our study, into our story, I mean. He knows them by saying hello, you know, waving at him on his way out of town or that, or kind of have introduced or just kind of casual. We've already described where. He's in the country. He's got a cabin. How long has he lived there? That's the last one. How long has he lived in Salt Lake City? It's a beautiful place near Salt Lake City. Really? Neighbors are not close. It's an older couple and a few single people. I like that. An older couple and a few single people. I like that. This will be important to our story later. Park City is northeast of Salt Lake City and a big ski town. Wow. So ski town. Park Lake City is a Park Lake City. I'm just making this note to myself. Is a ski town. See, I don't know this. I've never been to Salt Lake City. Well, I actually have been to Salt Lake City Airport. I remember when we flew into Salt Lake City, we had to go through down, you know, the plane was landing. And we went through a cloud, and I looked out the plane window, and all I could see were clouds and clouds. And then I think I saw some of the Salt Lake. I can't remember if I saw the Salt Lake or not. I can't remember. But I remember the airport. That's all I remember about Salt Lake City. But I really don't know much about the town. All right. So we're done with this residence. That's good enough. Oh, travel. He likes to travel. Had an apartment in Salt Lake City. All right. So we're ready for the next one, which is, let me go back here. We're moving along here. Well, he's single, so he doesn't have any children. Now, see, this is kind of, these mind maps are kind of describing what a character may be. So he doesn't have any children, right? No children in his life. No past children. No children? Hi, Melissa Smith. Welcome, welcome. Park City is northeast of Salt Lake City and a big ski town. It is also where Robert Redford does Sundance Film Festival. Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. All right, so I'm going to put he doesn't have any children. Children, no. This is kind of like the census. So, I mean, that would be something we would ask him. Do you have any children in your life? So let's move on to his family. Let's move on to his family, not his wife and all of that, but his mother and father. Are they still living? So let's put family. Mother and father, are they still living? He's 35, so his parents could still be living. He has a deadbeat twin brother. All right, that was the next one, brother. Brother, he has a deadbeat twin brother. That could be important to our study. Oh, so we're going to take all his characteristics and make it opposite. All right, that could be important to our study. But his mother and father, and where are they living now? Their dad? He's a Mormon and did his mission in Haiti. Well, did he convert to Mormonism? Did he convert to Mormonism? Because he grew up in Chicago. Are there Mormons in Chicago? I don't even know all that. But let's see. Do I have anything about religion on here? I don't think I do. Let's see. Family, hobby, occupation, pets, intelligence, favorites, social media, income, style, spiritual. Spiritual. So that's T. Okay, hold on. Let me put this down on my... I need another odd facts. You guys jump around on me. Spiritual. T is spiritual. He's Mormon. He's Mormon now. I don't know if he grew up that way, and he did a mission in Haiti. That would make sense. That would come up in our conversation, just getting to know him. He was converted. All right. This means he doesn't drink, Janice says. Oh, dear. Maybe he sneaks one or two. He's still a young man. His parents were Mormon. Well, if he converted... All right, let's make his parents being Mormon. They were Mormon. And maybe he had a bit of a spiritual struggle growing up in Chicago if his parents were Mormon, and he was from a big city where there's a whole conglomerate of religion, and we're not going to get into all of that here, but that could be important to the study. I mean, to the story. Let's leave it at that. His parents were Mormon in Chicago, where he grew up. And later he converted to it and moved out to Salt Lake City to do his residency. And he's living in Salt Lake City now in a cabin, or near Salt Lake City. But he also did a mission in Haiti. So let's get back to his parents. Are they living? Are they dead now? Hi, Julie. I think somebody said they passed away. Renee did. So his parents have passed away. So his parents, he was born in 86. Let's just pretend that they were 25 when they had him. So let's subtract 25 from 86 would be what? 50, 60, 62? 1962? And this is 2021, his parents would still be pretty young. So I'm just trying to figure out, if his parents are dead now, how did they die? A car crash. Thank you, Renee. Oh, in a plane crash. It was when a plane crashed into a car. A plane crashed into their car. I gotta make it work. If there was a car crash and a plane crash, the plane crashed into the car. All right, so his parents are gone. So his brother, he's got a deadbeat brother. He's got any sisters? He's got one deadbeat brother. Does he have any sisters? Is trying to land in New York, in Salt Lake City. That's funny, Janice. Oh, Janice, that's so funny. You guys give me the giggles. All right, I need to know, does he have any sisters? Sisters at all? And are they younger or older? He's got one baby sister. And we won't go describing her. We'll just say she's decent. One baby sister who's not a deadbeat. We'll get describing her later because we'd have to go through all of this, and we're not going to do that for her. We're just doing him. We just know he's got a baby sister. All right. He doesn't have no children. No children. So we can skip all of that, whether they're adopted or foster. All right, aunts and uncles. Aunts and uncles? Aunts and uncles? How many aunts and uncles? This is important. We're trying to find out this guy's history. Ann says she flies to Salt Lake City every year. If he has a baby sister, she must be very independent, or he'd be hovering over her. I picture his baby sister as being very intelligent and, you know, kind of making her way by herself through this, you know. If he's a doctor, she's probably maybe an accountant or something, a CEO of some company. But we're not going to describe her. Maybe she's smarter than him. She probably is, Janice. Okay, he's got 4 aunties. That's all we need to know. 4 aunties. How many uncles? How many uncles? Well, he's got to have 4 uncles if he's got 4. Well, no, he doesn't have to have 4 uncles. Well, I'm thinking of husbands to the aunts, but how many uncles does he have? One aunt is a doctor. One is a doctor. We don't have to describe them all because I want to move on. Any uncles? Hi, Amber. Amber, we are making up a fictional character in our fictional town of FIBSville. And we're doing a very detailed background description of him, following some mind maps that I made a couple years ago. And we really, let me review it here so we can get kind of an overview of our character. He's a male, he's a man. He's age 35. He was born in 1986 on July 4th. He grew up in Chicago area, in the Chicago, Illinois area. He's not adopted. He was born at home. His name is Joshua Charles Young. Describing his face. Now, we're imagining him coming into the TheMeriAtelier, which is our fictional gathering place. And we're just getting to know him, and we're looking at his face. We're looking at him. We're kind of making note of what this guy looks like, and this will be important later. He's got a long neck. He kind of looks like Tom Selleck. He's skinny. He's got a medium Romanesque nose. He's got smooth skin with no blemishes. He's got a tan skin tone, dark hair, and a large mustache with a 5 o'clock shadow. He's got kind of a rectangular oval head with blue-brown hazel eyes. And we're saying that he was a doctor who worked his way through school, worked his way paying his tuition by being a bartender. And so he kind of kept that. But he lost that bartending job to the COVID crisis. He's still a doctor, though. He's very much into science and medicine. We're describing his education now. His teachers were very inspiring to him. He had one one classmate that he was really close to, a female named Becky. Uh, um, I'm not sure if we should reference that to our Becky or not, but our fictional character's name is Becky, and she was his study partner. He was in drama and chess club. Boy, he really got the 5th degree when he comes to our place. He attended a large high school in Chicago, and he and Becky were the homecoming king and queen. He won the National Merit Scholar Award. He's single, but he's engaged, meaning he's not available. He likes to travel. He's got an apartment in, well, he had an apartment in Salt Lake City, but he gave it up and he bought a cabin in the mountains. He went to Brigham, or let's say he works at Brigham Young University. I'm not real sure there. He's got connections with Brigham Young University in Salt Lake City. He bought a cabin. He's kind of off grid. He goes up to that cabin. He kind of has to get away from the world for a while. The cabin is a 2-bedroom bachelor pad with a veranda. His neighbors are one older couple and a few single people. A few distant neighbors. And let's see. He's 5'6". He's tall with long legs and got a muscular build with long arms. He's very friendly, polite, outgoing, gregarious. He likes to explore and he loves to travel. He's a great listener. He's witty and humorous. He loves a mystery. He's kind of got a Sherlock Holmes personality. His education, we got him as Brigham Young University. That's what took him out there. His spiritual part, we got into a little bit. We kind of jumped ahead with his spiritual part. Was his parents were, when we were describing his parents, who passed away because a plane crashed into their car. Where I put those notes. The plane crashed into his parents have passed away. In a plane crashed into their car. He's got a deadbeat twin brother. He's got one baby sister who's an intelligent person. No children. He's got 4 aunties, and one is a doctor. Wow. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Maybe we should stop this and pick it up next Friday night, because I feel like we still got quite a bit to go through. And we need to chew on these facts for a while. We are only on the family. So, and that's I. We go clear to Z. No, you. We go clear to you. So we're still describing this guy. We'll pick up the other half of it next week. So think about this guy. Now this is, remember, he walked into our fictional gathering place, the TheMeriAtelier, which is a meeting place in FIBSville. And we usually get together on Saturday afternoons, but we're just kind of getting together preparing for the holiday. And he just kind of wandered in, and we're just getting to know him. And boy, we really peppered this guy. There's a lot of interest in him. He's probably used to it, don't you think? If he's an outgoing guy, he probably enjoys all of our attention. Yeah, we know half of the facts about this guy. We're going to learn about the rest of him next week. But kind of be thinking, now we're going to develop a story from this guy. So this is going to be a mystery story. And I want to say it's a murder mystery story, but it may not turn out to be a murder mystery. And think of some of the characters that we described, like his classmate, his deadbeat brother, his baby sister, his mom and dad, his auntie who's a doctor. And there's probably some other characters in there that we haven't quite described yet. Maybe he's got a teacher who really inspired him. So who do we get to kill? I haven't decided yet, Janice. we're going to describe, we still have to learn about this guy. You know, we really have him up on a pedestal. Maybe we should start thinking what, you know, nobody's perfect. So maybe we should, don't do it tonight. Maybe we should start thinking about his character flaws. And in a good sense. Maybe he's forgetful. But, and kind of think who, if we're going to kill somebody off in our story, kind of think about a plot. And I'll probably get several plots from you, but we'll pick this up again next week. I don't want to spend all night on this because I think it can get kind of boring, and I'm not ready to move on to any art stuff tonight. So I think I'm going to let you guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. I've been cutting my streams off a little early, dismissing class early, letting you guys go home. And it's a holiday weekend. What does Amber say? Oh yeah, murder mystery. It could be one of his long distant neighbors, and his brother is a suspect, and that's how he gets involved. See? You guys are, we'll chew on this. That could very well be, Amber. That could be. Save that thought for next week. Fiance's ex is a monster. We could kill a stranger. Oh, well, there you go. We haven't even described his fiancée, have we? We haven't even described her. We'll have to find out about her. But not tonight. Oh, thank you, Jude, and thank you so much for the super chat. That is just so thoughtful. She says, thank you, Mary. Always a joy to be here with you. It's a joy to be with you guys. Here's a clue in the TheMeriAtelier. He's looking for an envelope in a book. Oh, okay. Save that one, Cheryl, for when we get to the story. We're not to the story yet. We're still getting to know him, but it's getting late. And this is a holiday weekend. So I want you guys to be safe. Remember, keep Rachel's brother in your prayers. Julie West. Didn't you say, Janice, that she found out she had cancer? Julie West. Julie Parker's mom and dad in Australia. Her dad is in ICU. And her mom is, you know, not taking it so well. Just needs our thoughts and prayers. And think about Lori Paint Girly. Had to go to the hospital this afternoon. So I don't know all the conditions that she's facing, but if she had to go to the hospital, it can't be good. So, or too good. So keep all of them in your thoughts and prayers. Have a safe holiday weekend. I don't know for sure. The 4th of July is Sunday night. I don't know what's going on with my family. I thought maybe I'd take my phone with me and maybe live stream the fireworks, but I don't know how that will go over. Or we might be here at home. I might stay at home. So I'll try to post what's going to happen Sunday night. I'll probably most likely stay at home. Let my brother go. Thanks for coming, Suze. Thank you, everybody. Happy 4th of July. Be thankful for our freedoms. Yeah, that's all we got to say about that. Bye.